This is Invest Now America. I'm your host, and what we're going to do today is make an announcement that soon I will start putting out at least once or twice a month a newsletter that focuses exclusively on Black-owned, publicly traded companies. And what I'll be doing is just talking about the companies, just sharing some basic information about them, and just sharing with you my experiences in putting a little bit of money into the companies. Right now, I've started a small portfolio of 3 companies, all of them Black-owned, all of them publicly traded. And, with every podcast, I'll just be sharing information about the companies and sharing information with kind of a performance I'm experiencing. Now, let me say this. In the way of a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to buy. I'm not telling you what not to buy. This is a strictly information and educational program where I just share with you my opinion about things. And my niche, I guess you might say, is publicly traded Black-owned companies and my experiences in investing in said companies. I hope that down the road I'll be able to start bringing on the show executives and officers, etc., from these companies so that people can get even more information and insights about the companies. Right now, I've only have like a small portfolio of 3 of those companies. One of them is RLJ Lodging Trust Company. RLJ Lodging Trust Company. It is a equity real estate investment company. Now, here's a quote. It owns focused service and compact service hotels, end quote. Now, that's information on the company I got from Ameritrade, Ameritrade.com. Ameritrade's not my sponsor or anything, but I do highly recommend that people start a portfolio with Ameritrade.com. They're really good as far as educating you about everything and anything that deals with investing. And let me go back to RLJ here. So it has a portfolio of about 97 companies in 22 states. Its market cap is at $2.4 billion, and the outstanding number of stocks is 166.88 million. It pays a dividend. It's not much of a dividend, but it does pay a dividend. So next time I do my next podcast, I am going to go a little bit more, provide you a little bit more information on RLJ. It's a pretty interesting company. So far as performance is concerned, it's done well. And then the other company I have, I'm not going to talk to you about all 3. I'm just going to talk to you about 2 today. It's called Urban One. Its market cap is at $328.6 million. Has about 51.3 million shares outstanding. It does not pay a dividend. This is what you might call, this is a small cap company. And RLJ is a small cap too. But here's a quote on Urban One in the way of a description. Quote, urban-oriented, multimedia company, end quote. It's a radio broadcasting franchise that targets the Black American audience. And it owns and or operates about 64 broadcast stations. And some of its syndicated shows include D.L. Hughley and the Russ Parr Morning Show. Now, let me tell you something. I really don't listen to what they commonly describe as a lot of urban radio, but when I do, if DL is playing, I stay tuned. He's funny as heck. I don't like his politics, but he's funny as heck, and the guy's really insightful. I mean, he's really a pretty insightful guy, and I also believe he has a couple of books out. People should check out some of his books. Go to Better World Books or Thrift Books. Those are 2 online companies, and buy his books. You can also go to Amazon.com, but I digress. And also, when I do listen to urban radio, and Russ Parr's on, I listen to him as well. He's just, both of them are funny, but DL's a little bit more intelligent, conversation, I guess you might say. So in closing out, I wanted to say this. One thing I often try to do, I've sort of made it my mission, is to get more Black Americans involved in the stock market. My vision is to see every Black man, woman, and child in the United States of America with a stock portfolio. If you've got $5 and a debit card and access to the internet, and you're a Black person, you should be starting a stock account. You can be starting a stock account, period. You can be getting involved in the stock market. It's just that simple. So that's my mission. That's my vision, I guess you say. My mission is to encourage more and more Black Americans to get involved in the stock market. And one way I'm doing that is through this podcast. And I also have a Facebook page called Invest Now America, ! Invest Now America. That's the Facebook page. Soon I'll put up a website. And at that website and in this podcast, we'll be talking a lot about some of the Black-owned companies that are on the stock market, the American Stock Exchange, New York Stock Exchange. And one thing I often say when I encourage more Black couples, individuals, families to get involved in the stock market is why not be a partial owner of the companies that where you use their services or products. A quick example, if you're into urban radio, chances are, real good chance that Urban One is the company responsible for that. If you like the Russ Parr Show and other great shows like that, where you're consuming that product, nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But why not also be an owner of that company that's offering you that product or service that you're consuming? Like Nike shoes. A lot of Black youth, Black males, they're really into Nike shoes. They really like them. Those shoes are expensive. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to buy those things, buy those shoes, and you got the money for it, that's your business. But why not also, if you're going to be a consumer of Nike products, why not also be a shareholder in the Nike company? Makes sense to me. So this is one thing I'll be talking about a lot in this podcast, Invest Now America, and saying to Black folk, and really anybody else who listens in, but my target audience is Black folk, and saying to them, hey, number one, why not invest in publicly traded Black companies? I mean, if they're performing well, invest in them. Two, why not invest in companies that if you're using their product, where you're using their products or services? Why not? Urban One, radio, hey, chances are you got a whole lot of Black folk out there listening. Why not only consume the product and service, why not also invest in the company? So just putting that little bug out there. So this is Invest Now America. Please like, share this show. We will be on YouTube as well. It's very important that you hit that like button and share with your friends. And you'll be hearing from me again real soon.